There is a huge clearing happening of the old earth, as well as the old ego, persona self, the inner child and young adult. All the separation, the alienation, the old hurts, misconceptions, false belief systems, false programming, etc. It will feel at times as if we are being cleaved open to the fore. We would say that what so many are experiencing now is, for one, the power of these new higher energies and their ability to take in and integrate these light codes so as to reset their own vibration. And for another, you are all detoxing and detaching from the once powerful energetic entrainment of the dark matrix, which is colossal. We will return to the first point in a moment, but the second is crucial, so that you can see why so much feels to be jangled and unsure. It will feel some days as if all is up in the air right now, for your country or your region, as well as for your own life, and it would in fact be strange if this were not happening. Bringing a code of light to this ascension journey is something that fills my heart with a lot of love and a lot of light. My code comes from the waters. I work with water. The human body is 70% water. So, for me it's very easy, messing with the waters in their bodies. Stir so that they shake a lot, and bring all the dirt to the surface, which is deposited deep in their cells. From so many eras, so many events, so many stopped energies. So this is what my code will bring. It will bring a boil to your cells, so that they throw out everything that no longer serves. Everything that was important one day, but is no longer. During the time you view my code, drink lots of water. It's because this applies to countries as well, as boundaries will disappear, and so will all false leadership and all involved in the old paradigm. The old earth is ceasing to exist, and thus the earth upheavals. When such seeming catastrophes happen, boundaries, separation disperses. We realize we are all in this together. The heart opens and extends to all life, and life forms as our natural deep love. And caring for animals, plants, all creatures on the earth and air are now included. Those abilities have been denied you for eons, yet now as you regain your DNA strands, and the consciousness you once had during the time of the great civilizations, you will find much shifting. These include your ability to manifest, as people call it, which is just calling forth from the quantum field that which you desire to experience. Your ability to hear or at least sense another's thoughts, and your ability to send them messages telepathically. You have heard of remote viewing and remote hearing. All of this becomes far easier for you now as well, in addition to a number of other capabilities. Yet these gifts might easily be misdirected by many. If you did not first heal from the connection to lives of pure survival, and the oppositional stance that the Matrix held humanity in for so long. This has to do with duality, and you are all detoxing from it, the feeling that there might be some danger around the corner, or that others are not always to be trusted till they prove themselves worthy of your trust. As the process is to shake and bring everything that is dirt up to the surface. You need to drink a lot of water to get this dirt out of your bodies. Otherwise, you may have some problems due to the amount of energy released in their bodies that should have gone out but didn't. So, drink lots of water. It is necessary, my brothers, that everything that is deposited in your cells, weighing down, dirtying, is removed. And that's what I'll do. My code of light will bring out all this dirt. Don't be afraid. Just drink lots of water. That's it. It may be that some dream of scenes that they do not recognize. Don't get attached to them. Let it come and let it go. Because these dirt are memories that are in your cells of past situations. So don't get attached to them. They need to go away. And they will. Now there are many attributes of God besides the physical manifestation of you. But beloveds, all those manifestations also feel the tears that you cry. Tears are a gift. They are a gift from my heart to you. You were designed that you can cry. You may think of tears as having a magical reason for being, for especially the tears of sorrow, the tears of grieving, the tears of sadness, the tears of frustration, the tears of anger. These tears act as an activation. That the heart of God is filled with compassion, which is always there. That it flows out to thee, the one that is crying, and to all who are in need. You can think of it as a fountain of love. You can think of it as tears of love. Now, what does that compassion do? That compassion infiltrates. It finds places where hope is needed, where comfort is needed, where joy is needed, where peace is needed, where the cessation of pain is needed, where an easement of the emotions that are bringing you distress are needed. We are all ascending together, and in caring and love, new communities of love and caring are born. We all start contributing in our own unique way to the greater whole and for highest good of all. Yes, this process is uncomfortable. Yes, it is challenging for you, me, and everyone else. Yet this is the great awakening to the truth of who and what we are in truth as souls. And to start to fully embrace our own true angelic centers and to be love in thought, deed, and action. Even for those who have not come into release, that form of living if they are on earth now. They are experiencing the release of thousands of years of living in the good of dual thoughts and emotions. You have seen how the old power structure is going out kicking and screaming as they lose their power base. All of you are involved in the push toward a higher vibrational earth life, in which there are no such clashes occurring. And of course, this will feel very hard to navigate at times, especially if your empathic abilities draw you to weep with those who weep in these last days of 3D chaos. We would say, do what you can to avoid viewing scenes of war and other devastation in the media. As your media is set for very high levels of entrainment at the moment, so as to lower the vibration of all participating. And this can include your social media, though there are some wonderful independent voices there. As you see another suffer or feel to be suffering yourself, hold all in the transmuting violet flame of Saint Germain. Now what happens when you laugh and tears come, or when you are in the utmost joy? Perhaps you are out in nature, and you are touched by the majestic vibrations of a mountain. That also activates the joy, and that activates the awe, that activates the wonder, and that also travels into the world, touching many. Touching all that who are ready to receive, and even touching those who are not. This is how you are designed, beloved, that you have these gifts of tears to help you with your physical presence upon the earth. For we are partners, we are one. One feeds the other. Now is it necessary to bring the compassion with tears? Beloved, you only need to feel compassion in your heart. And that also is an activation that brings the activation all the way up through all the levels of God. and compassion flows. And when you are having difficulty feeling that compassion, and perhaps you are too numb to cry, you only need to ask, and the compassion, the tears of love will flow from God, will flow from my essence as your mother. For a mother always has special tears for her children. These will come in time, but now is not the time for them. We are aware that so many changes are occurring in your outer world and within all of your hearts. It is imperative to find ways to be kind to yourselves in this time of great upheaval. Know that your life energies are flowing to the highest destination, beyond what you can now imagine. And that your spirit teams are here for you all as a great legions of angels and increasing support from star nations. Though you may more easily feel them in meditation than in the course of the day. We have seen your future, and it is full of higher love, great wisdom, great moments of learning and appreciation for your healed planet, and joyful reunions with loved ones in the etheric and amongst the galaxies. Can you offer yourself great love at this time as you would a small child, confused and unsure of their new surroundings? For your earth is rebirthed every day to a higher level. It is what you commanded forth before incarnating, and every day since, whether you know it or not. You came in asking, why cannot earth life reflect the beauty and the truth of the higher realms? With all its realization that love is the only thing that truly lasts, truly exists, everything worked out. His bodies will be clean at the end of time. It is important. Do not forget. Drink lots of water, so that all this dirt comes out of their bodies, and try, as much as possible, not to eat heavy foods. Be as natural as possible to help with this cleaning. The purification of our planet is now escalating, and indeed as the cosmic spotlights have been turned on. And so much now is surfacing, which needs to surface, so that it can finally be brought to light to surface, so that it can be transmuted into the highest light. This is happening in all the countries of the world, in families, and in each one of us. I felt as if I was being put with the fires in the last week and still going through the process. And indeed, you will all be feeling this at all levels now, as this clearing now goes deep into the subconscious, into all the repressed, that which is deeply buried, and we may not even have been conscious of this for a very long time. This is one way in which you heal your past lives as well as your present one. Create ways to release what you have known in the past, such as in a fire ceremony, where you write out what you feel you are losing or can no longer keep in your life. Then burn that small piece of paper in a fireplace or a candle flame. Or tear up the pieces of paper and flush them away, or let them float downstream. Then, each time you feel that you have released enough, and when you are ready, let yourself image what joyful and beautiful things will you bring into your new life. As you release old stresses, you will come to realize that you are no longer expending great energy to hold on to that which is not for your higher good. You will increasingly become more and more of your true self as you allow the old training, the old mental constructs and low expectations to release from you and to fade into nothing.